Will? What the hell are you doing?
It's my 11 impression.
Very cool. I'm cosplaying as Dusty. This is what he's gonna look like when he grows up, that poor actor. Stranger Things 4 trailer, apparently a short teaser one from Russia with Love. I'm excited to check this out. If you guys did not catch it, we did all of our Stranger Things reactions for season 3 up here on YouTube, reaction highlights included, and then at our Patreon, we do the watch along, sync up with the time code. Speaking of which, that's where we're gonna do this. Check us out on our Patreon page. Become a Patronaject today. Weekly Q&As, TV show reaction watch-alongs for many shows, such as Stranger Things Season 3, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Gotham, Haunting of Hill House Season 1, Cobra Kai S2. And then there are shows where we do watch-alongs, but also give you the option with reaction highlights included if you don't want to sing up. So we do those edits ourselves. And those shows are Supernatural, Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, Code Geass, Death Note, My Hero Academia, movie included, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Attack on Titan, starting up Doctor Who in March. And you best believe we will be covering Stranger Things Season 4, so become a Patronaject today. Let's watch this already. I bet that's in Russia. I bet that's Russia. That's Russia.
It's Canada.
Theories. I'm a good theorist. That's a dog.
Snowmobile?
Well, there goes that theory that it was, damn, what was that doctor's name?
Oh, Brenner?
Yeah.
It could still be
Still
Brenner.
could be. Still could be.
This isn't the same setting. This isn't that, like, vault jail cell.
Oh my god, I got a joke that I know no one's come up with. This is the origin story of Hellboy. Hellboy's origin story. Nah, I'm just joking.
Hell's frozen over here.
The Red
It's
Guardian.
Center ring.
Yeah, that's the Red Guardian. Let's talk about this. Looks like they didn't want to save that reveal of Hopper being around for the actual show debut. Guess not. Still could be the Doctor, though. You're right about that. It could be the Doctor.
It's a different setting altogether.
They forgot to say Americans at the end of season 3. Yeah, I didn't lie to you. Your parents chose to be nobodies.
Hey, you could even get a crossover with the show The Americans, because they're from Russia. There you go.
That would be neat. That would actually work out pretty well if you ask me.
Universe.
Here's what I'm thinking. I've heard the theories go around. This seems plausible. There could be a time travel element infused in here. I could buy that. Because of Stranger Things, the 80s, and if you look at like season 3, there's a lot of talk about time and clocks, and then the teases that they've been giving have been linked to that. There's even like them going to the theater and a lot of Back to the Future references. They have the Arnold reference with that one character, Terminator, deals with time travel. So as much as time travel is a bit of a worn out trope, I still think that with Stranger Things, it's something that I actually wouldn't mind seeing implemented into the series. I feel like it could be pretty effective, actually.
Especially if they come up with their own spin on it. I don't know really how you can spin time travel in a completely original way, but I feel like Stranger Things has developed its own world and aura enough that, yeah, I mean, it would be right at home here. And with, you know, you've got portals and gates, and at the end of the last season, he like broke apart. Like maybe his molecules drifted through time. Like there's a lot of mumbo jumbo I think you can hide under just all that sci-fi sheen. But what I appreciated most about this, I mean, yeah, I would have liked to have had the Hopper reveal in the actual show, but they don't actually tell you how. They just show you that he's here. So there's at least that mystery to be there. And I like the tone of this. I liked, you know, that it's not as 80s retro. It's not as fun. It's very ominous. It's very, you can feel the cold barking dogs and this booming music. And
It's atmospheric.
Yeah. And for season 4 especially, I feel like this is a cool tone for their teaser to take.
Yeah, that's a neat thing because Stranger Things is so, 80s sci-fi influenced, as much as I led this talking about the time travel stuff, it's cool that they teased the actual first footage of season 4 to not be sci-fi. Yes, it's like there's a sci-fi umbrella all around it. The whole reason why Hopper here is due to some sci-fi thing. Yeah, I get that. But in terms of what we got here, it felt like grounded in a sort of a dark reality, and it's neat to see Hopper here, and I would love it if actually Hopper just decided to be here. He's just an employee who signed up for this. He submitted his application. He saw this as a second chance. He was bored being a sheriff in Hawkins,
in a small
Indiana.
town. Yeah, he needed the excitement of building a railroad
Yeah.
in his life.
And I gotta say, man, as much as that joke I'm sure is gonna be beaten to death about Hopper, David Harbour. There's so many H's with the Harbour brand,
Hopper, Harbor,
Hellboy,
Hellboy,
Hawkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of H's with this dude. And if you're aware he's in Black Widow, you can't help but notice the things of Russia being correlated here. In this season, clearly he's a prisoner. He's trapped here in Russia as an American with a completely new look. But then in the Black Widow trailers, he looks like how Hopper has looked in the first 3 seasons of Stranger Things. He's embodying the Russian character. He's playing a character named Alexei, and Alexei was a character in season 3. And speaking of which, this is actually the only thing about time travel that can get a little bit frustrating at times, even though I think Endgame did it magically when they completely undo a bunch of impactful deaths.
Hey.
And I that's the one thing I wouldn't want them to do with the time travel. I don't want them to like save Alexei. I don't want them to save Sean Astin's character.
They've already saved Hopper.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't want them to go out and save Billy, like just let them be. But it would be cool if they did do a time travel where this take place before all those incidents in Hawkins, and maybe he is trying to prevent something. Because you do see the Demogorgon at the end of season 3, so maybe we'll find out that like the Russians somehow invented the Demogorgon. I'm not sure.
Or at least opened up the first void that, accesses the Upside Down or something. What I'm truly hoping for is a scene where, Hopper, like this is in the past, and Hopper runs into like a child Alexei, and he's able to give him like one piece of wisdom that will carry. He'll give him like a strawberry slushy or something, and like that'll take the trope to season 3.
It's gonna be a letter that says, "Open this in 1985."
Yes.
Don't read it until
in case of Demogorgon, open this letter.
As much as I would have liked to have this been saved a little bit later, at least, it's not like you just show Hopper. Not like we got a whole bunch of... The reveal of Hopper leading with this seems intentional, as opposed to...
No, this was an accident.
You know what
Someone's
I mean?
getting fired.
You know what I mean? It's like if you see a trailer, like you see everyone in Hawkins, you're seeing Joyce, you're seeing all the kids and whatever, and then at the end, they just look over their shoulder, they do that bass drop sound, and it just Hopper appears in the foreground, like, Hopper? And like the Han reveal in Fast 9, something like that.
Justice is coming.
Justice for Hopper. And Han. Another H. Throw it in there. Why not?
It's the year of the H.
The approach for Stranger Things, I'm sure they've had like overarching plans, but the vibe, at least I've gotten, is that they have a new season and like, what do we want to do specifically with this season? Maybe they had a rough idea. There's something about the way how season 3 ended, how they've been teasing season 4 with that Murray audio of him saying like, if this is Joyce calling me, I have some information, not sure if it's good or bad. I forgot exactly how the audio went down. This weird visual image they had a few months ago that was dealing with time in the Upside Down world, and I think you see like Hopper's cabin in the background, something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen those imagery. For some reason, the vibe I'm like that, all the seasons matter, and it's important that you always watch the prior season. There's something about here that seems like a part 1 and a part 2 to me, in terms of Stranger Things season 3 and then this one. I feel like this one is probably planned out a lot more in advance. Because it also feels like it's coming a little sooner than the other seasons,
It doesn't
I
feel
feel like there was a
it's
bigger
on the way at
wait
all.
period. Think about it like this too in terms of marketing. Usually Stranger Things leads with the kids, 11, or the Upside Down world especially. In the first official footage, we're getting this sort of grounded look at just Hopper, and it's not revealing how he's alive or why he's alive. You're just telling you that he is alive and he's in a troubling situation, to say it lightly. They did have some tease earlier that said we're not in Hawkins anymore, so maybe the focus of this season will be a little bit more here. The kids are taking a road trip to Russia.
Yeah, they're all on a foreign exchange trip.
It's gonna be far from home.
Yeah, Hawkins far from home. I think this can all work as long as they really make Hopper's return a part of the story and not just a thing that gets gets a one-note explanation and then we move on, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I've learned from watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is, like, if you take a, how are they gonna work with this kind of thing, and make it, like, an actual plot element that goes, you know, through the DNA of the season, like, I think that can work.
That'd be neat. All right, guys, well, do you have any theories for Stranger Things Season 4? Leave your thoughts down below. How do you think Hopper is alive? Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell, get notified whenever we got a YouTube video up. Check us out on Patreon. Become a Patreon Eject today. And speaking of Patreon, Matthew the Beer. Matt Beer, I love this individual. Love him. Because if there's anyone at our Patreon who resembles Hopper, the likeness, physicality, not really internal. No, I'm flip that. Internally, it would be Matt Beer. Every single time he's informing me in advance that if he has to lower his pledge or unpledge for a little bit of time, he does always eventually come back. And so whatever upside down world he's in for a while, he eventually does return. And the thing is, though, he always informs me the reason why he has to do those things is because usually if his family's having a financial difficulty, he's putting his money, his financial efforts towards helping out the ones he loves. That's a real man right there.
Plus, like a real man, he looks great in a Hawaiian shirt and is good at raising orphan children. Probably the family he's referring to. He's like, oh, you know, this little kid I found has tuberculosis. I gotta fix it for a month or two. So maybe what you should do is just let yourself go, grow the big old beard, and then maybe you can audition, get called in for season 5, be young Hopper, and then all your family will be taken care of. Then you can pledge, stay here. All you got is everything.
And Hopper loves to drink beer like Matt Beer.
See? Meant to be.